Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen.
DOD45.
Hello everyone. Hello fellow humans. Humans, how are you?
People of Earth, how are you?
Sorry, I just started moving.
That's okay. Welcome to The Dish, our DOD45 Show extended content from last week's episode with DJ Mayonnaise. We're in a little bit of a different setup because Adrienne's in Utah and I'm in Hannibal, Missouri. But it kind of looks like we're in the same room still. Same lighting scheme. Same letters. I'm always going to take this quick 5 seconds to remind you to follow the hashtags ArtByTai and DOD45 on Instagram because the algorithms have obliterated engagement. And I think the hashtags are the best way to follow us to kind of see what's going on with both ArtByTai, that's my art stuff, and the DOD45, that's the show that you're watching or listening to. So
I haven't gotten any hashtags.
do you follow hashtags?
Yes. I haven't seen one ArtByTai hashtag in months.
Oh, shit. So that's not even fixed it? Well,
I used to get other hashtags that I would follow, like, I sometimes follow, like, Bruges.
In Bruges?
Yeah, Bruges. And I'll just for fun, because I love Bruges. And I'll get random people's pictures. And I haven't seen one in forever, so I don't know.
I don't know what Bruges
if that's working for you. The city.
Oh,
in Bruges. The city, Bruges.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I see the hashtags. Yeah, they pop up on mine.
They're not popping up on mine, so.
Huh. Oh, man. They've really ruined that.
I don't know what
Sucks.
to say.
Hey,
but I guess it's worth a try.
Yeah. Yeah, just follow. I mean, obviously follow at ArtByTai and at DOD45W. We prefer that. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out ways to break it. That sucks. But it is the way. It sucks to kind of need it. We don't need it, but it's like how it's the easiest way to get to you the information that's coming out, when new episodes are coming out, who's the guest, my new artwork, blah, 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 all that shit.
The reality is we're farther into a more global society than we've ever been. Like, we grew up pretty global. We got produce from Argentina. We still do. So but now the information is everybody has something they're posting and saying. So it's just information overload. And
it's possible.
I don't think you're going to ever break the computer algorithm.
Well, I know, but I think there's things that you can do, like be notified. There's a button I think you can change, like be notified when this person I follow.
Well, definitely on the YouTube, if you follow our YouTube channel and you get notified there.
Oh, I should be pushing that.
That's, I think, where you get for sure recommendations, and it sends you an email that says, "Hey, this is coming up."
Yeah.
And then it also, if you have notifications, it does that too.
Yeah, and the YouTube is at ArtByTai, TAI. If you have any first, worst, or thirst questions that you think would be good, you can email them to us at tai@DOD45.com or post them to our Instagram at DOD45W. And I'm constantly like thinking of what would be an interesting question, favorites, firsts, worsts, and we mix them up. I use some standard ones, but I don't know, they're fun, and I've had fun doing the dish segments with guests. So that's what you're watching here. Is this is our extended content with DJ Mayo. Adrienne, do you believe in reincarnation? Oh, by the way, we're going to get to Mayo's first, worst, and thirst, but real quick, I just thought I'd ask Adrienne if she believes in reincarnation.
I believe that probably pretty unlikely, but sure, why not? I don't know that I like it. Like, really? I don't want to come back to be a snail.
Yeah, yeah.
Some kid would just step on me or throw salt on me.
But if it's forever and ever and ever, if you just keep reincarnating, then that's a quick...
Oh, it's just that never ends. So that just kind of sucks.
I guess I think that's what people... Yeah, but you don't have memory of it, so it's just a continuation.
Well, what's the point?
Well, each time you're existing... Yeah, I don't know. I don't really...
Recycling at its greatest? Yeah, sure. Okay.
I don't think I really believe in it.
But it's a nice... It's definitely can be a soothing thought to be like, oh, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be a Highland cow wandering through Scotland.
Until I'm made of beef.
Butchered. But I don't think they eat those.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't really believe in it either, but I often entertain it when people are talking about it, you know? I like entertain it as an idea.
I mean, nobody really knows what's happening.
Last night I was thinking, if there is reincarnation, then I was once a samurai warrior.
Well, you should read the Hagakure then. I have it. You can borrow it.
I watched 6 episodes of Shogun last night.
How is it? Because I'm pretty bored of my show that I'm watching.
You have to read most of it. So I didn't think, I thought you didn't like reading because it's in Japanese. It's so good. It is so good. I
only mind reading it if it's in English. If the word, the audio is in English. Yeah. And I read it before the punchline, and then I'm like, okay.
You know what? These days now, when I say, if it's good, then I go like, I'm sure people are gonna. Who gives a shit? If you think it's stupid or you think it's cultural appropriation or all that other bullshit,
I don't know what.
No, because it is
kung fu movies.
No, I think it's the same book or story. It's the same thing from the movie The Last Samurai, where the Englishman.
Oh, okay. Tom Cruise.
But it's really good. I don't know. I really like it. I enjoyed it.
Oh, you're saying because it's a white person learning samurai? Is that what the show's about?
Not really, but it is the white person in Japan in the 1600s. But that's how it happened. I think it's based. You know what? Shit, Adrienne. I was thinking while I was watching, I was like, I'll just keep going because I don't think you'll like these because you have to read it. But it is about Catholicism ending up in Japan, Christianity ending up there.
I love religious topics.
It's pretty wild. It's good. I think it's based off of historical stuff. Yeah. But it's on FX, so I'm watching it on Plex. I don't know where you'd be able to find it.
I do fall into that. I'm currently watching Rebellion, which is the Irish rebellion uprisings against the British. It moves a little slow and they're just between a season there was a character change, and I don't know if they're supposed to be aged, but if it's a different actor. I'm kind of confused. So I'm like, I needed something else, I think.
Well, see if we have FX or if you can find FX on on not Plex, but on
the TV,
Amazon Prime. Yeah, because it's really, really good. And it turns out I don't know a ton of history. I try to be knowledgeable, but I didn't really realize the whole battle between the Portuguese and the English back then. That it was Protestants versus Catholics. So that's what this whole. Yeah, I just didn't realize it was Portuguese and the English. That's a big part of the show, but not really a big part of the show. Shogun, it's good. I don't know.
I think the Protestants broke from Catholics because they didn't agree with a couple of the things or the monies or the things. So that was the second Christian religion, I think.
Yeah, but I just didn't realize it was that big, Portuguese and English. I don't know. I
didn't know that the Portuguese were. What did you say? Protestants?
Catholic. No, the English. England. The English were the Protestants.
Yeah. Okay, then that makes. So what's the Portuguese? The Portuguese were Catholic.
Yeah.
And they lived in Japan, or they sent missionaries over.
It's not a movie; it's a TV show. But I was surprised. And this is the 1600s, but the Japanese were converting to Christianity. I don't know. It's I don't know how historically correct it is, but holy shit, I don't know. I finished episode 5 at 4:30 this morning.
Oh, jeez.
I couldn't stop. It's so good.
Wow.
And now here I am going to go into 4 a.m. with our intro to it. Was supposed to be a sort of a 5-minute thing, but who cares? Yeah, you can fast forward if you want. Fuck it. We had DJ Mayo on last week. DJ Mayonnaise. We did have discussions of how to pronounce mayonnaise, but you already watched that. So here's his. Real quick, I was on June 1st, it's supposed to air June 1st. I was a guest on a podcast that was inspired by the DOD45 podcast, and someone who is a big fan of Sage Francis, a guy named Lebanese Scrooge, is what he goes by. He's down in Oklahoma City. I had a show down in Oklahoma City, and he was inspired to make this podcast based on our podcast. And the difference is he cooks. He's a chef, a Lebanese chef. Anyway, he cooked me a 10-course meal while interviewing me, and delicious food. The episode's supposed to come out on June 1st. He's recorded other episodes, but I think mine's going to be the first episode that airs because his show was inspired by ours.
Very cool.
It was he cooked me just a delicious meal. So interested to see how that works out. I think they were having audio issues while we were recording. I think it had a few issues, but it is a new show, so they're still kind of working out kinks. So I'm interested to see how the episode turns out.
So maybe go follow Lebanese Scrooge so that they can see when it comes out.
Yeah, the show is called Lunch with Lebanese.
Okay.
And just search that out because I don't know what page he's going by. On YouTube, I think the episodes will be on YouTube. So check that out. Okay, that's June 1st. All right. Well, let's hear what. Let's go into the first worst and thirsts with DJ Mayonnaise. All right, here we go. Your first worst and favorites. What was the first concert you went to?
Yeah, you know what? Like, I had a concertless childhood, and it was pretty. I've heard you ask this to people, and I think I haven't seen every one of your episodes, but one of the guys from Meter Maids also was like. I didn't even go to any concerts, and I started doing shows before I even went to a show. Yeah. Like he was saying like that, I was like, yeah, that's my man. I'm in the same boat, you know. But you know, I did see Portishead down in Worcester. Yeah, Worcester, Mass. Probably 97, 98. It was awesome. We took 3 carloads of people. We drove down.
Wow.
I think it was after the self-titled album came out. Yeah, because Dummy was first, and I think that was probably before 97. So, it must have been supporting their second record. DJ Andy Smith opened, he played all these breaks, you know, and I had already been digging for records a little bit, and I was like, oh my God, this guy is so sick, you know, it was crazy. And they put us, you know, when we got there, I was like, you know, where are we going to sit? You know what I mean? Do we have to stand the whole, this is the things that I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
And they filled the whole front, the whole floor level. And then they opened up the balcony and they just started having us go up the balcony. And we were right, maybe the first 2 rows on the balcony. So the seats were thick. Yeah. It was awesome.
How did you get your first scar?
Going to McDonald's, man. We were in my grandmother's driveway, and I think it must have been a AMC Hornet. I don't know if you're familiar with that car. Classic. And I think I was in the back seat, and there was a bench seat, and the dome light didn't have the plastic cover on it. And for whatever reason, I must have been super excited to go to McDonald's. I'm pretty sure that was a conversation because I leapt from the back seat right over the bench seat into the front, and I hit the top of my head on this piece of metal that was in the dome light and sliced my head right open.
Oh, shit.
And, that was my first scar.
Stitches?
Bad.
Was it stitches?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you didn't get McDonald's?
I don't think I did. No. Damn you, car, AMC Hornet.
Oh shit! Did your grandma panic, or was she like?
It was actually my parents were in the car. We just happened to be at my grandmother's, but I was really young. I imagine they were just like flipping out.
Oh yeah.
Head wounds bleed like crazy.
Yeah.
Who was your first celebrity crush?
I don't know. This is kind of cliche. I mean, it's got to be like Alyssa Milano or something like that. You know what I mean?
Who's the boss?
Yeah. Definitely not DJ Tanner. You know.
Oh no, she was annoying, and she was young. She was little.
Yeah. Kimmy Gibbler. You know.
No, not her.
Oh, she was awful. That was her friend, right?
Wait, you
Gibbler?
didn't have a crush on her, did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like as a human being, I prefer Kimmy Gibbler over DJ
Okay.
Tanner.
Oh, sure. What was your first car?
I don't know. It was kind of weird. I kind of had a car I sort of inherited in high school. It was an '84 Chevy Cavalier. And then my first actual car that I actually had to make payments on was like an '88 Toyota Corolla. Yeah, that was like my first loan. That was in '93. So, yeah.
Did you do any upgrades to it or anything? Was it?
Oh my God, Tai. Yes, of course I did. Don't even get me going on that. Oh my God, I've been robbed so many times out of that car. Actually, I'm gonna get upset. Yeah, I put, a car stereo in it, and the worst thing that happened to me is I had one of those huge, Case Logic CD books. Like, I'm not talking the skinny one. I'm talking the big,
thick one,
big one.
500.
I would have it under the driver's seat, and I would take it out and put CDs in, whatever. One night I was we were at a dance club or whatever, and I came out to my car. Boom, everything, windows smashed. I think the subwoofer was stolen, and that Case Logic CD book with all my music was gone. Like, so you know what the most depressing part about that story is I had all of the empty jewel cases at my house in a closet, and I had to throw them away because I was never going to. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I was never going to fill them. But what?
What good?
I didn't even have a computer till I was like way older, so I had the potential of burning CDs and putting them in. It hadn't even dawned on me, you know what I mean? So
that's what I did. But yeah, that sucks, and I really feel for you because I was on the opposite side of that.
You're the thief. Son of a bitch.
I am. I was fucking stealing 15s out of cars and shit. It just sucks. I don't know why I was doing that. It wasn't even like I needed it. It was just like a stupid thing. I
mean, this is like prime hip hop years, So I had basically anything that came out between like 92 and 96. I pretty much had it, you know what I mean? I went crazy. Like I had, this is like CD long box era,
Yeah.
So I wasn't really into records quite yet. So so I had a ton of
those DJ Rectangle records.
Oh yeah, I have a ton of I have a bunch of those. Yeah, those are like the first scratch record I ever bought, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
those were cool. Did you have 15? Like, did you have like a really thumping system in it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
It only had. It was like a single bandpass box, and I don't think it was 15-inch subwoofer.
There were these CDs that came out that were called Mix Master Mike or something like that were really, really bass heavy CDs.
DJ Magic Mike. Yeah, that's one of the big ones.
Was that what it was? And it was like a super bass heavy CDs.
Yeah, he was a big pioneer, I think, Miami bass music, I'm pretty sure. And I had a couple of his records for sure.
DJ Magic Mike. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what it was. What was your first paying job?
Paper route, probably 86, I think. The most annoying part about that is like, I don't know, maybe they were trying to build character with me, but my parents would not help me at all. You know what I mean? And not even on Sunday, where like the paper's like this thick. And my neighbor, who lived down the street, serviced the street that I lived on. My route was like the adjacent streets. His parents would drive him,
of course,
slowly down my street, and they're just like they're just throwing papers out the door, and I'm just like in my living room, like folding papers, like, you son of a bitch. Like, I gotta go out in the pouring rain dealing with this. Like, I was super aggravated by that.
Was it a morning paper or a night? Like, did you have early morning?
Yeah, man, 5 a.m. or something. Like, I'm like 12 years old or something. Like, it was ridiculous. The whole thing was ridiculous.
And do you have any idea what you got paid?
Oh, no, I have no idea. It was enough to buy baseball cards, I guess. That was fine with me. Yeah.
See, good thing you had that, or otherwise you'd be stealing car stereos. I was jealous of the kids that had the paper job, because I think they would get like, I don't know, $50 for the week or something, maybe 100. But like, when you're that young, it's not like you've got that kind of cash flow rolling around to buy your baseball cards. So lucky. But man, your parents kind of just left it on you.
Yeah, they didn't help me once. Like, there were days like the Sunday papers were so thick. I was just like, I could only fit like 4 in the bag that they gave me. So I would have to like make like 50 trips back and forth just to pick up all. Yeah, it sucked. It was super aggravating. Like, if it was raining out, forget about it, man. I was
on a bike or on foot?
I was on my bicycle. Yeah, my bike. Yeah, it was. And like, have you ever seen the movie Better Off Dead?
Yes, $2.
Yeah, so that kid, like, he had like this sick bag. Like, it went over his shoulders. He could put papers in the front and in the back. I was like, yo, they never gave us those bags. Like, those, like, I could fit like twice as many papers in there. Like, I had the over the shoulder thing, and it was just like way less. Wow, you really hit a nerve with me on that one. Man.
Those are my favorite.
I feel like those papers, I feel like they paid like 12 cents a paper.
It might have been something like that. Yeah, it was per paper.
I can't imagine they were getting $50, $100.
Well, I think that my friends did a night. They did the night one and the morning. They did like a multiple neighborhoods.
Oh.
That's the way.
They had the parents driving them,
No,
probably.
they had all their friends do it, like him and his brothers. No, not friends. Him and his older brothers did it. Did you? Yeah. Would you ever like take friends out for the paper route?
No, hell no. They're not gonna get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like,
For 12 cents.
I could. Well, like in that house. I had my next door neighbor. I hung out with him quite a bit, but I'm pretty sure he had his own route as well. Like, everybody had a paper route in my neighborhood. It was crazy. Yeah.
Delivering papers.
Yeah, actually, I never even thought about like bribing somebody to help me. But again, like, who's gonna get up that early?
Right.
It's like crazy. So,
Who was the first person you idolized?
like, I really admire my dad. Like, he's really. Like, he works like hard to the point of he probably shouldn't be. Like, he had like the B. Dolan surgery, what that, the spine thing.
The spine one?
Yeah, and he's like doing all this crazy yard work. Like, my parents have like this, they're really into their gardens and whatnot, and he'll be doing like unnecessary hardscaping and spreading of mulch and stuff. And like, even like when we were young, he would when I was young, he would do insane amounts of work. Even I thought it was insane back then as a kid, but even now thinking back on it, like, we would like be splitting wood, and I would be like, I think I'm done, and then like I would go inside, and then I'd come out maybe 30 minutes later, an hour later. He's got like the entire wall of the garage just kind of completely stacked with firewood. I'm just like, yeah, he's crazy. Like the amount of stuff he does. And in terms of before he was retired, like the type of work he did, like he was in the military, and you would have to change jobs every 4 years, so you have to completely start from scratch and learn how to do something else. Like I don't think I could do something. You had to really work extremely hard, hit the books hard to like even get a grasp of what it is you're even supposed to be doing. And I would imagine they had firm sort of like dates and whatnot that you needed to like be on top of everything to be able to do your job properly. So I mean, yeah. And I don't know if I got that work ethic at all, honestly. Like, I mean, I work hard, I guess, but like, I don't know, not to that degree. So yeah, I really admire that.
All right, let's go into your worsts. What's the worst sounding instrument?
I don't know. I kind of respect it, but I'm not like super on board with the accordion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. People that do it well, like I've seen some stuff online where people will do like, I don't know what it was. It was like some weird 3-piece doing a Radiohead cover, and it was like a cellist, an accordion person, and someone playing what is it called, the cajon or whatever, some weird percussion thing. And it didn't sound like your traditional accordion. Like he was really like flipping it and making it sound interesting to me. But the traditional accordion stuff, I can't get on board with that for some reason.
What's the worst word?
People always say moist is the worst word, but I'm not. That seems cliche. That's like an Alyssa Milano cop-out. You know what it is. It's not a word. At least I don't think it is. Irregardless, like that's.
Right. It's just regardless, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it might be in the dictionary now. Like, I don't know.
Oh, no.
People said a wrong fucking word so often they decided to put it in the dictionary.
Maybe. Oh, you know what else really bothers me? People who use ironic incorrectly, like when it's like a coincidence, they'll still say it's ironic. That's kind of really.
Oh, that's ironic.
It's so anyway, the irregardless thing, there was this super like senior manager like years and years ago that would always use it, and I was just like, oh, Jesus, I don't think that's a word. Like, and everybody said, like he would say it, I'd be like looking around to see if anybody else like noticed anything, and nobody would like say anything because he was kind of like scary. Like he kind of like scared me into going back to school. Like he like got hired, and we had this big meeting or whatever, and he goes, if you guys don't want to be here, just leave, and it was like that whole type of deal. I don't know if he was trying to be like super I don't know what it was. So I was like, I think this guy might lay everybody off. I didn't have a college degree at the time. So I was like, I got to get something. So I just like went out, and he scared me to get like an associate's degree. Like, I don't even have a bachelor's. Like, I was like, at least I have something now in case I get fired, So yeah, but he would always use that word in a sentence. And I was just like, I don't know what's going on with this guy. I'm pretty sure that's not a real word.
What about worst movie?
I can tell you what I was sort of like disappointed in. When we were kids, Alias and I would watch like Kid and Play, House Party. Like it was like the greatest thing ever. Like we just loved it, right? But then I don't remember why, but they had another movie. I think it was called Class Act or something. Yes. And I remember distinctly being disappointed in that. So I know your question is worst movie. I can't really say if it was the worst, but that was the one I remember being the most disappointed in. Yeah, being the most disappointed in based on their previous, filmography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid and Place filmography. What's the worst hairstyle you ever had?
Oh, dude, like I grew up with bowl cuts my entire childhood.
Because your parents wanted you to have it, or was what you wanted?
Oh no, my mother wouldn't let me have anything. I was like super young at the time.
Yeah. But when you say bowl cut, you mean like Beatles, like the original Beatles style bowl cut?
It would be like come down like this over the top of my ears and come up like this.
Like
that, yeah.
Like a Knights of the Round Table. What do you like that kind of like?
Yeah.
That's
pretty much.
What's the worst smell?
Sulfur, bad. Like the worst is when you're taking a shower or want to, and for whatever reason, the place you are at, the water smells like eggs. That's
Texas.
Like nasty. I've only really had that happen to me once, but I was like, damn, I'm glad this isn't like this at my house. I would not be good. Yeah. I don't even know how that happens. Like, where does that? Like an additive or something?
It's
I don't know.
In the pipes. It's in Texas. All
there
Texas.
too. The water
and in Florida
that we're drinking now, even though it's filtered, it still has a little sulfur.
I fucking hate it.
Taste.
It's like I'm drinking Wyoming or drinking whatever. Geysers. It's fucking gross. What's the movie with airplanes or airports as the central location?
It's got to be Airplane, right? I mean, or was that more so on an airplane? I mean,
no,
the Lloyd Bridges part was in the airport. Was it Lloyd Bridges?
That would count, but you don't like the airplane movies?
Oh no. Oh, you mean the worst? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are classics.
Yeah.
Maybe like, I mean, this one's pretty good too, but Die Hard 2, I think, was in an airport.
It's pretty good. Have you watched it recently?
Not recently, but the whole thing where they're in the church, I don't know, man. You got to have some. How the hell they run in? Was it how many cables they got to run out to a church to run an entire air traffic controlled tower? I just think it's kind of far fetched. But
it is Die Hard. But yeah, no, that one, it's pretty bad. We watched it with our kids, and it's pretty shitty. Speaking of like, the 80s movie references, like one of the muscled, the guys who were guarding that church where Bruce Willis impales him in the eye with the icicle. Yeah.
That was meat from Porky's.
Awesome.
I don't know if you watched much of Porky's, but
Porky's.
yeah, so I'm 99.9% sure that was meat. So
That's
props
awesome.
to him and getting a part in Die Hard 2. I'm pretty sure he jumped from Porky's straight to Die Hard. I don't know if he was in anything in between.
No, that's one I haven't gone back and watched in a while. I don't know if that one's going to hold up, but I'm willing to try it. Porky's.
Wait, you've never seen Porky's?
I have. I just haven't gone. I haven't gone back like to watch. I go back and watch Police Academy all the time.
Oh, sure,
But
yeah.
I haven't gone back to watch Porky's, and I'm
sure Porky's has aged really well.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yikes. Yeah.
What is the worst condiment?
Sauerkraut, not a huge fan.
Really?
Artichokes. Sauerkraut's probably okay. Artichokes, that's not a condiment though, so sorry. Banana peppers, not a huge fan.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Not too sour.
Yeah, I had them on a pizza and I was like, oh, God, this is terrible. Like, I don't remember not liking them that much, but having them on a pizza just put me over the edge. I was like, no, I'm all set. I'm all done. I'm done with the banana peppers now.
Do you have a favorite professional wrestler?
Yeah, like I'm a kid of the 80s, so I've had some I've been scarred, not literally. I have, based on the story I told you, but I had my grandmother's neighbor put me in a camel clutch. I don't know, from the Iron Sheik.
Yeah.
So I don't like him because of that, because I know how it feels, and yeah, that kind of was terrible. You know, George the Animal Steel was great. You know, that guy. You know, I want to say maybe the Bushwhackers.
The Bushwhackers.
The thing that reminds me of that is we were down in Alston sometime back to see Sage, and I think B. Dolan. I feel like they were doing shows with LP, and he called them. He said they reminded him of, I think it was the Bushwhackers. And those are the guys that walk out like this, right? Pretty with their arms. So that I always thought that was funny. I had forgotten about those dudes, but Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He just, you know, it was like they ran out of like props for guys. So I just gave him like a 2x4. So you just walk out with a 2x4. I mean, that's great. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow, loved Hacksaw. Do you have a favorite comedian?
yeah, huge fan. Norm Macdonald, Patrice O'Neill. Love. Most of them are dead, unfortunately. Those two, I think, are my favorites. I have a ton of like Norm Macdonald. He had a video podcast on YouTube not too long ago. Man, I don't know if you've seen any of those episodes.
That dude's one of the funniest, and the way he plays it is the best.
Yeah, it's like he acts like he's like, and he acts like he's not smart, but apparently he's like, like he was like super well read and like an expert in Russian literature or something.
Yeah.
Like it was so I bet his whole on stage mystique was like, his whole shtick was like, I don't have thoughts, you know, like he can't carry on a conversation with somebody at a social gathering, which is
a pretty decent impression you just did there. You do a Norm Macdonald impression.
Maybe I can. I don't know. Yeah, I watch enough of them. I probably get like, yes.
Do you have a favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
So unironically, probably Terminator 2, right? Obvious. I think that's unless you're like huge into like the Conan the Barbarian stuff, those are classics. But like, I mean, come on, Commando, that is so good, man. So funny.
Bennett.
Bennett. Who is this? Who is the little guy? He said he would kill last. I forget. Sully.
Remember I told kill you last? I
lied. He drops him off the cliff.
It's like Sully or Scully or something.
I think so. Yeah, that guy. I don't know. He was a cool character actor. He was in 48 Hours. He was like taking care of Reggie Hammond's Porsche, I think, in the beginning of 48 Hours, and he was a cool, like, squirrely little character actor.
He's in The Crow. He's
I don't think I've seen The Crow.
Yeah,
Is
the
that
original
bad?
Crow.
Okay,
That is not bad, but I don't know. What about favorite cereal?
Yeah, man, like growing up, it was just only the healthy, and I don't even know if it was really, I mean, I'm sure it was riddled with microplastics or whatever. All I ate was like Kix and like, man, you know what I ate? Like instant oatmeal packets, and like, oh man, like I would go, both my parents worked, and I would go to daycare and walk to the bus, and one of my classmates lived on that same street, so I would kind of stop in there, and I walk in there, and his mom's cooking like the most elaborate French toast spread like I've ever seen in my life, and I was just like, what the hell is going on in here? Like, it was crazy. So I don't think she worked necessarily, but yeah, I was kind of jealous of that. But yeah, I would just do like Honey Nut Cheerios, instant oatmeal packets, and like Kix, and that was like the big three in my house for
I haven't had Kix in a while. I like those. Those were like the little corn pop ones, right? Kicks?
Yeah.
Little ball? Yeah, that's
Or-
what parents don't want their kids going and eating at their friends' houses.
Yeah. We used to call when we were Alias would call Captain Crunchy would call it Bloody Mouth cereal. Because it would always like shred the hell out of the roof of your mouth. So like,
Do you have a favorite sitcom mom?
what was her name? Joanna Kearns. What show was that even? Was
Kearns.
wait, was that Growing Pains? I think that might have been. I have no idea.
Is that her name, the mom?
I think so. I don't even know how I know that.
Growing the Pains with DJ's brother?
Growing Pains is Kirk Cameron.
Yeah, that's DJ's brother.
Oh yeah.
I
I hate DJ Tanner so much. I don't even know her immediate family.
do you like that mom on that show?
I don't know. Not really. I don't care. It's just like the best one I can.
I can't even remember the show. I did watch it, but I can't remember it. I remember being very fucking annoyed by Kirk Cameron. I did not like that kid.
Speaking of nicknames, he had his buddy there, Boner. That was a good nickname. Like, and they were rocking that on like 1980 whatever television. That was pretty cutting edge stuff back then, I think.
Favorite childhood pet?
Yeah, well, we know I never had a dog, so like I had some hamsters. They all died of constipation.
Oh
shit! Yeah, and then we
How
had.
do you know that?
Yeah, that was what I you know what it was? I think that was just sort of like known as like the most common cause of death of a hamster. No, we were just like, oh man, what's going on?
Just on his belly and it all came out.
But so and then so we just did cats, right? So I had a cat named Freckles, and I to this day don't know what happened to that cat because we moved from New Jersey up to Maine, I think for the last time, and that thing made the trip with and it made it up, and eventually it was disappeared. So I don't know.
Live at the farm, live a better life at the farm.
I don't know. I think my dad said he took her on a one-way trip. I don't know if he was joking I think he might have been joking. The funniest thing about that cat though, oh my God, like we sedated it in the carrier in the move up, and I was like, yeah, Mom, Dad, this cat is not moving. Like, I didn't realize sedating meant like it was gonna be like completely out for the whole trip. And he thought the cat was dead, right? So we were just gonna. He literally pulled over to the side of the road, picked the carry. He was getting ready to.
Oh shit!
Like what else were we gonna do, right? And then all of a sudden, like you can see the cat's head pops up like this, and it's going like this. You could see it through the holes in the carrier, and it like woke up, and we were just like, "Oh my God,
you guys are fucking leaving me here."
Yeah, those are good drugs, though. The those whatever it was that they gave us, but yeah. So I can't remember if she fell back asleep, but
fucking R.I.P. Freckles.
Yeah, she almost had a new home on the side of I-95.
Do you have a favorite album when you were younger?
I play like all my CDs got stolen, so that's happened. So like. I had a lot of stuff I used to like to listen to a lot. The first time I realized that if you put the Beastie Boys' License to Ill up to a mirror and it said "Eat Me" on it.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, like it was on the side of the airplane and it's backwards. I was in 5th grade at the time, so like of course it completely like blew my mind as a
kid. My mind right now. I didn't know.
I mean, I played a ton out of OK Computer, and when that came out too, that was like 1997, I think. But like my earliest sort of mind-blowing thing about music, like it wasn't necessarily about actually listening to it. It was like the crude aspect of the record. And oh my God, speaking of which, like the first time I heard AC/DC, Big Balls or whatever, like that was like like I could not believe that was like recorded onto tape. That was just And I was way too young to be hearing that as well. That's
But
hilarious.
that's what's exciting about it.
yeah.
What about now? Is there something that right, like album wise now that you're really into?
Yeah, I mean, I listen to all kinds of different things, but the things that Televangel is doing right now with like Milk and some other rappers is really good. I think his stuff I think he needs to be protected at all costs. I think he's a special talent.
Yeah.
I love it. The way I don't even know how to explain it. The sonic sort of quality of the production and the way he does vocal samples and stuff, I think it's really special. So
Yeah.
I've been really into that stuff lately. I've been really into like Tame Impala too, like the old stuff. Like I can't remember the name of it, but if you go on YouTube, they perform. It's like live from the Wave House. Tame Impala does X. I can't remember the name of the record, but it's one of their older ones. It's really good. It's a lot less poppy than the most recent stuff. It's really cool. Gorgeous house. Well, the house is kind of looks a little rough, but like the views out of that place, sick. Somewhere, I don't know where it is, somewhere in Australia, but yeah, it's definitely worth checking out.
I think they're from Perth.
Yeah. My son turned me on to them.
All their homies are like in each other's bands. Like there's another band called Pond. And they sort of like interchange members. Like the lead singer of Pond used to be the bass player for Tame Impala. And then there's a multi-instrumentalist guy. His name's Jay. I can't remember his last name. He's in both bands. He plays like everything: synth, bass, drums, the whole nine. But if you're into like psych rock, I would check out Pond too. Yeah, if you like Tame Impala, especially the older stuff, it's good. And they, like, I think maybe their most recent record, they have a lot of catchy songs as well. It's not all like obscure psychedelia or whatever.
Favorite Tarantino movie?
I mean, Pulp Fiction seems like the obvious. I really liked. I don't know if it must have been the most recent one, the one with DiCaprio and Brad Pitt.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I really like that too. Those are good. Man, it kind of makes me sad. Well, he's only doing like one more movie or whatever it is, right? I mean, that's I'm pretty sure he's doing 10 and calling it quits. That sucks, you know?
Oh, well, that's what they always say.
He did say because he wasn't even going to do Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and then he ended up doing it. But yeah, the new one sounds awesome. Favorite phrase or mantra?
I don't know, like every weird office cliche. Those are like so good. Like I just mean working in an office, like the things that people say, like we'll circle back, I'll ping you, you know. So and everybody always says you're doing something from a certain perspective. They say perspective all the time. Yeah, it's just stuff like that. It's just not one sort of single mantra or whatever. It's just like the collective
of office mantras.
Yeah, the collective office cliche sayings. I just love them.
What about favorite late night snack?
Yeah, I was crushing like chips and salsa on the regular, but I kind of stopped. I've been eating cereal at night lately. It's like best. Yeah, but it's like weird.
It's really not good for you either, though.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I'm on like weird like cholesterol meds and who knows. Like I'm probably
if you're already taking stats, then you can eat all the cereal.
I know. I'm trying to get off of them. I want to get off of them. My next physical.
Your final favorite question is gonna be favorite curse word.
Like bullshit or something like that. Can be used in
multiple ways. You like the multiple use of a curse word.
Semi-regularly. Yeah, we've gotten, my daughter's 5, and she has never heard a curse word before.
Oh, you guys button down the curse words in the house.
I mean,
Yeah.
kind of like,
Good for you.
but like I'll be driving. I mean, this isn't really, I don't know. And I'll be like, I'll have to slam on the brakes or something. I'll be like, Jesus Christ. I don't know if that's really a curse word or not. And she's like, sort of repeated that, but not because I'm kind of like muttering it, so she can't really tell. We've done like, and we're kind of like, we're homeschooling her right now, so like I think she's gonna start, next year probably, and then it's gonna be game over. She's gonna
here comes all the curse words.
It wasn't us. That's all. That's the most important thing. Yeah. So.
Well, thank you. That's that we've been served the dish.
Dishes are done, man. Cleans them down to the shop.
Okay, there you go. Thanks to our guests for letting us grill him with first, worsts, and favorites questions. Yeah, it was. I like DJ Mayonnaise. He was one of the first people that started watching the DOD45 show, and he'd get on with the live chats.
Yeah,
with us.
I loved how he'd get on the live chats.
Yeah, it's cool.
You and I were the only ones on the last one. We were just talking about before.
No, there were.
There were people on
in
who
the
were
live
all chatting, but it is interesting to hear other people's perspectives chime in with their answers to the dish.
Yeah, that's what I want to. I want to push that a little bit more with these dish episodes. Get on with the live chat so that you can answer your answers too while the guest is answering.
Because I often disagree with the guest answers, but I'm not going to interrupt them.
Yeah, and then I do I like that answer. But that's how. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? One of my favorite. Speaking of first, worst, and thirst, one of my favorite toys as a kid. Remember the old Tyco race car tracks with the hand controllers and the slot cars?
No, but I remember
they were like race tracks, and they'd go up the wall. There was one Tyco race track called the Cliffhanger, and they were like slotted cars, and it had like a hand trigger thing,
and you like pull the thing or something.
You just pull, not the ones where you're thinking of Hot Wheels, where you pull the cord and set the car down and it goes. These were electric. And it had like a remote control, and you pull the trigger, and the car would race, and you could smell that electric.
I bet you were the only one in your neighborhood with one.
No, everyone had them. They were the coolest toys. I had one that like it had a loop, like it would go in a loop, and then it had like this broken bridge, so the track would go and it'd hit the bridge, and then it would be separate from the electrical charge. And then, but the force of it would make it go. They were so fun. Oh man, that was like one of my favorite toys.
I bet you had everything. You still have everything.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell? I mean, I don't necessarily believe in. What were we talking about at the opening of the episode?
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation. So I want it all right here on this life. Hey, let's hear a few of yours now, Adrienne.
Okay.
What's the first thing you do in the morning?
Pee.
Okay.
Not in the bed.
No, you're not Sarah Silverman. What's the worst ingredient people put in vegan dishes?
I don't know.
Something like, no, it's okay. Like, like sometimes when we're out eating vegan food, you're like, why do they put this in here?
Well,
there's like something.
Not necessarily a vegan dish, but there's the one thing that I just can't bring myself to order is any type of Thai curry with a potato in it.
Oh,
that's the only thing, because I don't want a potato on my rice.
But is it potato?
In my brain, those are two things that just don't work together.
Isn't that a pretty big thing with Thai food, though? The potato, like the Thai curry, especially the potato. That's funny.
I will not, and I think an Indian maybe. I don't know, but yeah, no potatoes.
Well, and I don't disagree with you. You know how much I even hate potatoes. So
yeah, you do. You're the biggest potato hater I've ever met.
But I love taro.
That's no potato.
No, but it's got the same
possibly worse
flavorless. No, I don't know. I like the mushiness of a taro. All right. What's your favorite city in the U.S.?
City? St. Louis. Sorry, folks.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wants to hate on St. Louis. Hip hoppers hate St. Louis.
Well, you shouldn't
But
say
guess
hip
what?
hoppers because there's a huge rap scene in
Well, I got to get a
just
hold
not
of
the underground hip hop.
18 and counting. We got to
Yeah.
hook up. I got to
Reach
figure
out.
out what's where there. Bring it
We'll
back.
reach out to him. All right, we'll move on here and let you guys get out of here. Thanks for watching the show. I have many favorite movies. Speaking of favorites, potentially because I just love movies. So when someone asks what's your favorite movie, it just depends on the day. Potentially, this could be a favorite movie of mine. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's been sitting on your desk a while.
It has been. Mr. Dibbs sent this over to me. He's in this movie. It's called Punk Rock Holocaust. It was filmed during Vans Warped Tour. It's got Mr. Dibbs and Slug from Atmosphere in it, and a bunch. And I just don't have a DVD player. I'm supposed to be.
I do. I have 5 DVD players in the house.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm supposed to be burning the scene that Sean's in, Slug is in, and sending to Mr. Dibbs. That's why he sent this over to me. But potentially it's going to be one of my favorite movies. I think of the Trauma films, and I always like Trauma, but it might not be. Anyway. All right. Oh, you know what? I got a few reactions. We'll do some reactions here real quick. Are you watching your screen?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Nothing else to see in here. Except for all my art that you've stolen.
All right. Let's get some reactions from Adrienne with some reaction videos.
Don't count on anything special.
And then we'll get out of here.
Angie Depasquale?
I can't believe you asked me to marry you.
I can't believe you actually said yes.
She was
I'm the
so
luckiest
cute.
man in the world.
The ring is perfect, Max. Exquisite.
I know your family would have wanted something more expensive, nicer.
There you go.
Aww, they're cute. Me and Angie worked together for a long time. She was so cute.
You know, it's funny because
I don't know what to say.
Well,
Joel,
yeah.
young
You don't
Joel.
have to say it. Yeah, it's funny because she was who I asked to go on the date for my movie premiere.
Mm-hmm. When you actually wanted to ask me.
Yeah, and then she didn't want to go, and she was like, "You should go with him."
But I didn't.
I don't know. That's not why I played that. I just came across that video and I thought that's funny.
Well, I don't know. Is it funny for anyone?
It's to
Or
us,
just
no
Okay,
one else.
all right.
It'll be short, but I do have a couple of others that I want to share.
There's my
Disco
Forerunner.
party, you were talking about shoes and stuff?
No.
Shoes! Oh yeah, you probably don't remember the disco party.
This is scary. Oh no. This is really scary. I was just talking to myself about how bad of a dancer I am. Oh, this is what I was worried about this.
Oh, I'm not.
thing.
That's not bad, right? That was just funny. I'm not gonna. And then one last share video.
Jake was good though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, I sent this to you.
I will.
Yeah, it's so cute. Those red pandas are so cute. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I just think that we're at the end of a video, and I come across videos all the time that I'm like, oh, I want to show this to somebody. It's almost as similar because I texted out a bunch of videos to friends of ours that I came across today.
I bet you did.
Because I love that shit.
You do.
And I figured, you know what? I'll just share those on here.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
all right.
well, there you go.
There you go.
Quite the
There-
reaction.
Well, that's the point. Is not the reaction. It's just.
Well, that's what you called it.
Well, I know. Well, let's get your reaction. It doesn't have to be like a big major reaction. It's just.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Pressure.
the react to
Pressure
this.
of reacting.
No, you don't have to.
Wearing me
You
out.
just- because your reactions to it's not about your. It's just about that you saw I don't know. Who knows? All right. Thanks, DJ Mayonnaise. Be sure to go pick up DJ Mayo's latest album, Wax Fed, through his Bandcamp or wherever else it's available. Just Google it because you can get that on vinyl. I just don't know exactly where they sell that vinyl. Middle finger to X, Twitter rags at DOD45 Show. Subscribe to our DOD45 song share playlist on Spotify called DOD45 Loves, LUVS. And even though we're pushing that Spotify share playlist, we prefer you to go buy the music from the artists who make the music, or at least throw them some money, because streaming is not paying the bills.
Yeah, you can donate
for a
right
lot
on
of
Spotify.
Independent artists. Yeah. And do please follow the hashtag ArtByTai and DOD45 for useful and fun content, and stay engaged with us at DOD45W and at ArtByTai on Instagram. Both of them. I'm trying to do fun daily posts with those. Like, share, subscribe, review. It does help us get future guests for our shows. And if you do that for us, we will continue to make these episodes ad-free. We do appreciate the fact that you are watching the shows. And I know every video says like, share, subscribe, but it's true. Just a reminder. There's no clever way to say it. Make fun of yourself for saying like, share, subscribe. That's what most people do. DOD45.com, ArtByTai.com. The YouTube page is called YouTube. It's at ArtByTai, not at DOD45. It's at ArtByTai, TAI. And then finally, if you have any first, worst, thirst questions that you think are good, email them to us and we'll ask our guests. Tai at DOD45.com or post them to our Instagram at DOD45W. Next week, our guest is Candies22. That's Stereo 13 and Barf Loco, Barfly. And there's some fun conversation in that episode. So be sure to join us, same time, same place. And from all of us here, Adrienne, unless you have final words?
None.
That's it from us here.
I do have final words.
You don't have final words?
I do. If someone's smiling or waving at you, be nice back.
No kidding. I was on my run 2 days ago, and this
there?
Yeah, and this couple and their kids, they were taking up the whole sidewalk. Fine, whatever, but they made no attempt to scoot over. So I was running right on the edge, and then I give them a nod and a smile, and nothing.
No.
I just come on,
the boomers
people.
still do it, but it's everybody our age and younger. It's like, oh, don't talk to me. Oh, I don't exist in this world. Don't acknowledge me.
Put that into some kind of word phrase and use that as your closer.
So, yeah, I just did. I said,
okay.
If someone waves or smiles at you, be nice. Smile back. That doesn't mean they want to date you.
No. Just means they're being polite.
Yeah.
All right. From all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy drawing, happy conversing. Thanks for conspiring us, and pick up after your pets, people. Peace.
DOD45.
Thank you for joining in on yet another episode of the DOD45 Show. Please hit the subscribe or follow button so that you never miss an episode. You can even go one step further by leaving us a review on the YouTube stream or on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever it is that you stream our show from. You can find me at ArtByTai on all the socials or at ArtByTai.com. And if you'd like to follow the DOD45 Show on social media, we're at DOD45W on Instagram, or you can go over to our website at DOD45.com where you can shoot us an email, join our mailing list, and watch all of our past episodes. Consider joining us for a live chat on the YouTube premieres of episodes every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Peace.